Well, it is Saturday morning, and I am in the office getting ready for a busy week for our law firm in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Came out with a blog article regarding private criminal complaints, and a question that we received was, I was served with a private criminal complaint. Do I need to take it seriously? And the short answer is yes, take it very seriously. Treat it like you would treat any type of summons from a court or a summons that indicates that there's a warrant for your arrest. Treat it just like that. And with regards to private criminal complaints, while people assume that they can be very low-level crimes, they can be upgraded to more serious crimes. For instance, a simple assault can be upgraded to a aggravated assault, a harassment charge, or a threat can be upgraded to a terroristic threat. A disorderly conduct charge can be upgraded to something like stalking. So these are all misdemeanor and potentially felony offenses, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Now, both states have procedures that you have to go through to file a private criminal complaint, and they involve going to a police station, filling out a form, speaking with a detective, and then the detective deciding whether or not to move forward with the case based on the information that's been provided to him or her. But in these situations, I tell people all the time that a private criminal complaint is not a way to get something that you were seeking to get in the civil realm. So for instance, if you have an issue with a person, for instance, a neighbor, and the neighbor is doing something on their property that's causing a problem, like a nuisance, and they file a complaint for harassment or stalking. Again, every case is different, but I would say in that situation, a private criminal complaint is not appropriate. Obviously, if a person is threatening you or doing something that's inappropriate, stalking you, or has obviously put their hands on you or hurt you in some way, well, then we are getting into the area of a criminal complaint. Now, on the flip side, if you're served with a complaint, the first thing you should do is contact an attorney. You should not attempt to reach out to the person who has filed this complaint. That would only make the case worse. In some ways, it could be seen as some form of intimidation and upgrade the charges even more. I would not call police if you're served with a complaint. When the officer serves you with the complaint, do not attempt to tell your side of the story. Just remain silent, take the complaint, and contact an attorney. Remember, anything you tell the officer will be used against you later. It's all admissible in court. And even if you think that you're making a statement that's relatively innocuous, you could be simply giving the detective or police officer more evidence to use against you in court when the case does go to court. With regards to resolving the matter, keep that in the hands of your criminal defense lawyer, whether it be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Don't speak, don't make statements, don't do anything but speak to your attorney and go from there. If you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The website, gambleandlaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. I'm going to link in the blog article that I wrote on private criminal complaints. It's a great article. It provides a lot of information of the do's and don'ts regarding these issues that I just discussed. In addition, I'm going to link in our most recent articles on firearms at the Jersey Shore and keeping that firearm in your Jersey Shore home. It was a very, very popular article this week. It is the weekend. Please don't drink and drive. If you are stopped for suspicion of DUI in Pennsylvania or DWI in New Jersey, do not refuse the chemical test. It will never have a criminal case. Be polite, be respectful to the officer, but don't get consent to anything but simply take the chemical test and move on from there. Don't argue with the officer. Don't put your hands on the officer. All that will lead to additional charges, and that is not something that you want. But once again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all very soon.